Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to the Chapman Arena here in the Firebirds Fieldhouse. I am David Chapansky, and we are going to be testing out for the first time this season, commentating the second half of the JV game. I am here by myself, and then the varsity game, which is mainly why we're testing out the mics today, will be coming up after this. Coach Chapman is at 899 wins as the varsity game will get going, but this is the JV game if you're just joining us. We will hop into half. The Firebirds are playing the Pennsbury Falcons, and the score is 28-21. Hopefully everyone is doing okay at home. I know the JV games are, sometimes more difficult to watch just due to the time. The score is 26-21. I am obstructed a little bit in my view, and I'm going to do my best to commentate you through this one. I always have the rosters on me for JV. They're a little bit harder to get the rosters, so I'm going to be doing my best from memorization here. But again, the main event will be the varsity game up next. Here we go as we start the half. The ball is in the hand of Noah McDermott. Back out for three, and that's a miss. It's rebounded by... There's a foul there. That will end up going to the line. So our Holy Ghost will be for two. Holy Ghost will try to make it a three-point game with these two free throws. The first one is missed. So like I said, I'm going to do my best to get the names going here with memorization for the JV game, but we're so glad to have the varsity game coming up next with some fans in attendance. And I'll, of course, be joined by my fellow two commentators who are not here right now. I'm doing the JV game by myself. But after that, the varsity will be getting going as well. Taking up the court now is Pennsbury. Holy Ghost makes one free throw there. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the stream for great basketball and hockey content. We'll also have a hockey game on Friday night at Grundy versus St. Joe's Prep, and that'll be broadcasted right here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. You don't want to miss it. Coming out of the foul there, Holy Ghost guarding, driving towards the paint is number 25 in the orange for Pennsbury, being heavily guarded, and he will walk. So it's a walk violation against Pennsbury. Travel. Ball being inbounded to Seamus McDermott. Ball taken the other way for Ghost. With 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. They throw it underneath and it was bobbled and lost. And now the ball will go the other way. Pennsbury will regain possession. So we'll talk about some things here on the JV broadcast. Get you set up for the varsity game. Get you set up for games in general. The Flyers are scheduled to play the Penguins tonight. I'd like to do a little of a Philly sports catch-up here on these broadcasts. Heavily guarded there by Dasani is Pennsbury, and there'll be a miss, and the rebound picked up by Noah McDermott. Noah takes it the other way down the court. McDermott got back out for three, and it misses. And the rebound is picked up by Pennsbury. Taken underneath, and it's laid in by number one. 22-28 is a score. Quickly driving underneath the basket, and it will be made for Holy Ghost. That shot was made by Jason Brown. Now Pennsbury drives. Number one being guarded by Seamus. Now back out beyond the three. Holy Ghost down by 4. Pennsbury threatening. Back out. Some good passing right now here by Pennsbury. Out there on the court right now for Holy Ghost. Looks like it's Noah McDermott. Seamus McDermott as well. Looks like Dasani is also out there. And that will be a foul called here. And the foul will end up going, I believe, against Holy Ghost. Yes, it will. The foul will be going against Dasani Bronson. Checking out of the game will be McDermott and Ian Hendricks. Holy Ghost will change up the look a little bit here as Pennsbury will keep the ball. Do apologize there for a couple minutes. I'm trying to pull up the rosters for the JV game. Main reason for doing the JV game is just to test out the mics for the Varsity game. We did the second half so far of the JV game, so bear with me, everyone. There's a 3 in the corner. It's missed, and the rebound is picked up by Gonalek, and it's thrown underneath, and that's, let's see if they count it. It was a foul on the play. And they will not count it. Apparently, the ball did not go in the net. Holy Ghost trails here 28-24. Pennsbury coming in this game is pretty evenly matched. Both teams are pretty evenly matched. The varsity team as well as the JV team are both evenly matched with the varsity and JV teams at Pennsbury. The second free throw will be knocked down. And it's now a 25-28 game. Now Pennsbury takes it the other way. Driving, heavily underneath in the basket, back out, being guarded there by Dasani is number 22 of Pennsbury. And he makes a wild pass. It goes out of bounds. Gets into the spectator area there. And Holy Ghost will take it back. Down by 3. Seamus windbounded here to James Cahill. Cahill drives, almost lost the ball, but he was able to maintain with it. Pennsbury bench is pretty into it here, pretty loud. Was a foul there, but it will stay with Holy Ghost. The foul there was on number 15 of Pennsbury. Again, it is a JV game, therefore we did this kind of a little bit last minute in terms of doing the JV commentating. There's a steal. Stay at Pennsbury for 3. There's a shot by number 1, and it's missed. Rebound is picked up, though, by Pennsbury. He's able to get it back out for 3. Hesitated once again underneath the basket. Good block. Right there, and that is by Jason Brown of Holy Ghost, who gets the block there. But there was still a foul on the play. 2 shots will be to number 25 of Pennsbury. Again, the main event after this will be Pennsbury and Holy Ghost varsity basketball. The first one is made, and it's now a 4-point game. Checking into the game for Holy Ghost appears to be Colin Lucas, number 42. And the second free throw is made. Both were knocked down for Pennsbury, and it's now a 5-point lead for the Falcons. A little bit earlier of a start time today. This game started at 4:30. The varsity game is scheduled to start at 6. It was picked up there after Holy Ghost could not inbound it, and a foul was committed there. Looks like that might have been on James Cahill. And Holy Ghost now seemed to have trouble getting rid of the ball, just inbounding it. This game was started by an 8-2 lead by Pennsbury. Holy Ghost climbed into it. The closest they ever got was 3 points within of Pennsbury. Making the first shot there, and it's now up to a 6-point lead for the Falcons. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. You don't want to miss the varsity content coming up next, or any JV content. We stream both of the games. Usually we just have commentating. Usually I'm one of the commentators on the varsity game, and I still will be today. Me and Tommy Palermo along with James McKenna. We'll have that varsity game coming up for you very soon after the conclusion of this JV game. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the third. Ball will be inbounded here by Holy Ghost, and it'll be given to James Cahill. Cahill drives underneath the basket, passes it out, almost losing it there, going up for the finish, and it will be a miss. Jason Brown put it up for 2, couldn't make the layup, did miss, but was able to pick up the foul, and we'll go to the line for 2. So on the varsity stream, we'll talk about Flyers and Penguins. Sidney Crosby is on the COVID list. He will not play tonight. We'll see if that game does end up getting played. Brown misses the first one as it goes in and out of the rim. Seamus McDermott will check back in here. Looks like coming out of the game, maybe Matthew Gondolick. Brown will shoot his second, missed the first. Yet drills the second. Brown needed that free throw, and it's now 26-32. Holy Ghost will need to stop here with a little more than 3 minutes left here in quarter number 3. There's a wide open three for Pennsbury, and it misses. Good rebound there by Seamus McDermott. Him and James Cahill underneath. McDermott passes it underneath to Brown, and Brown makes it and makes the 2. Timeout has been called by, I think it was Pennsbury. We'll see, though. And no, it has been called out by Holy Ghost. So Holy Ghost makes the bucket, the 2, the layup by Jason Brown, and they'll call the timeout. 28-32. We'll talk Phillies baseball here as well. Phillies losing to the Blue Jays today in some spring training action. Really excited just to have baseball back, a sign of the hot weather. It is cold outside, though. 36 degrees outside of the Chapman Arena. And here it's much more warm. Oh, there we go. Andrew's pointing the camera towards my direction. All right, Andrew. There we go. All right, so you guys can see me. By myself right now in the Raptors as well. Just above me is Coach Tony Chapman. His banner honoring him, and he has 899 career wins heading into tonight. We'll see if he can get to the number that we won't talk about too much. We don't want to speak about it too much, but it is something that, regardless if you're a fan of Pennsbury or Holy Ghost, it really is just an achievement to get 899 wins. And we'll see how many more he can get in his legendary coaching career so far. Seamus McDermott guarding up on Pennsbury. And the ball was lost there by Pennsbury. And apparently stepping out of bounds was number 22, and the ball will go back with the Firebirds. So, yeah, the Phillies lose in spring training action today. Cahill with a burst of speed towards the net. He tried to get it off to Colin Lucas, but it was bobbled and went out of bounds. But it will stay with Holy Ghost. Must have been tipped out by somebody last on Pennsbury. Pennsbury, a pretty good rival here to Holy Ghost, not too far away. Throwing it underneath there to Jason Brown. Brown being heavily guarded. He's able to get it back out to Lucas. Lucas drives, and he is fouled. And he will go to the line for 2. Sorry, that is not Colin Lucas. That was Colin Todd. Wrong Colin. He will not go to the line. It was a floor foul. And McDermott will inbound it quickly to Brown. Brown is fouled. That was a pretty hard slap foul. And now going to the line for 2 will be Jason Brown. Last time he was at the line, made 1 for 2. 28-32 game here. Holy Ghost down by 4. They can get within 2 as Brown makes the first one. Both varsity teams are also here and ready. Holy Ghost Prep supporting, as they always do. Both teams support each other amazingly. We saw the other game against Quakertown with both teams really getting exciting, with each other and really cheering on the other side, which is great to see, especially with the limited amount of spectators we can have. We do have a lot planned for today's varsity game, so you don't want to miss it again. We're streaming the second half of the JV team, something that we usually don't do. It's just harder to get the rosters for JV teams. But I'm by myself for this. We'll have a commentating crew here for the varsity game, and we are looking forward to that with many festivities. And we want to thank everyone for joining us. 55 people joining us right now here for the JV game, and the action tonight here from Holy Ghost Prep is just getting started here tonight. Close game here in JV, and we expect another close game with the varsity game coming up here. That game is scheduled to begin at 6, 5:25 right now, with a little bit more than 2 minutes and a half left here in the third. Got underway a little bit later than expected here this afternoon. Brown is second at the line, is made, and Jason Brown makes both and puts the Firebirds within 2. Holy Ghost got some stops, and now the varsity team cheering on the JV team. So is the JV bench getting into it. Holy Ghost needs a stop. Driving underneath is Pennsbury. He was not fouled, but making the bucket is number 1 in the orange of Pennsbury, and the lead is back up to 4 for Pennsbury. They're able to inbound the ball safely here today. James Cahill swerving back and forth, now drives underneath the basket, passes back to Brown. Brown is able to get it off. That's for three, and it's missed, went in and out of the rim. That three was taken by Matthew Gondlik, and now they take it the other way. There's a three of its own for Pennsbury, and it misses again, the in and out rim effect. Gondlik will pick up the ball and inbound it to Cahill. Cahill being heavily guarded by number 1 of Pennsbury, and Pennsbury will commit the foul. Lots of bursts of speed, playing hard, even took a couple tumbles into the padded wall, was James Cahill, who will now go to the line to shoot two. He's been active here tonight, been a big role in the JV, scoring their 30 points so far, and also been a big player on defense. Holy Ghost will need to inbound the ball better and limit the sloppy turnovers if they want to win this one. First one is missed by James Cahill. By the way, he only went to the line to shoot one. Good fight off there for the steal by Seamus McDermott. And Seamus is able to get the ball, and apparently it was last touched by Pennsbury when Seamus hit it back in, and Holy Ghost will take it over. So unfortunately, James Cahill couldn't make the one free throw that he got for the technical, but Cahill checks out. Really good shift there by James. Seamus creates the turnover, and now Holy Ghost will try to make this a 2-point game. Lots of substitutions here by Coach Krause for the Firebirds and coach of Pennsbury. McDermott takes it towards the net, passes it back out for three, driving. Underneath, the ball was lost. It was regained there by Holy Ghost, but it was missed. And Ghost will stick with it back up to McDermott. McDermott loves to shoot the three, and he does it well. Underneath, good pass to Gondalik. He misses. And now the ball is once again picked up by Holy Ghost. Lots of rebounding here. They're able to get it back out to Seamus. Seamus drives underneath the basket, and it's finally stolen by Pennsbury. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the stream. For hockey, for basketball, for all sports. We'll have a hockey game against St. Joe's. Big game coming up this Friday at Grundy. We'll have that for you right here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube. And we will also have a Mass with Archbishop Nelson Perez on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. There's a miss from a three. Seamus McDermott picks up the rebound. Holy Ghost now goes the other way. They're in need of a bucket. Last couple plays for Holy Ghost have been sloppy, but good thing for them, Pennsbury has also been sloppy the other way. So Holy Ghost has not lost too much ground. Down by 4, pass underneath. Good pass there. And that will be put in right there by Dan Raxness. Driving towards the rail is Pennsbury, towards the bucket. It's picked back up. Raxness fights for it. He's able to pick it up. Or sorry, that was not Raxness who fought for it. That was Ian Hendricks who fought for it. And he was able to, I believe, get it back for Holy Ghost. So Holy Ghost goes within a bucket, within 2. And now going to the line, it looks like he'll shoot 1, is Ian Hendricks, the sophomore. Looks like Pennsbury is also trying to get a substitution in here, and they will. Also appears that Matt Gondek thought he was going to check out. He stays in here. And he is going to line for 2, is Ian Hendricks. And the first one is made. Hendricks puts Holy Ghost within 1. I want to thank you for joining us again here. This is the JV game, the first portion of today's action-packed Fun Fest activities. Varsity game coming up next. 37 seconds left here in the third, and we got a tie game. 34. And ball was fought there, and it looks like it was stolen by Holy Ghost Prep. And the Firebirds will get it back. Looks like the key person coming out there might have been Raxness, but also involved there was Brendan Boudier. And now Pennsbury, though, will retain it. It was good effort there by Boudier, and hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry, Brandon, if I'm not. Brendan, my bad. Getting used to the JV names here. Much better with the varsity for Holy Ghost especially. No, we don't have any rosters for Pennsbury, unfortunately. And there's a 3 drained for Pennsbury, and they now have a 3-point lead. 9 seconds left. McDermott takes up the court. He shoots a 3 well. He may look to do it here. 5 seconds left. McDermott drives, and he makes an arrogant pass that goes out of the court. Not just out of the court, metaphorically, actually out of the court. The ball went down the steps out of the Chapman Arena here. And Ian Hendricks that's in Raxness will check out for Holy Ghost. 3 seconds left here. Pennsbury will probably look to throw a cross-court pass of some sorts here. And we'll see what Pennsbury does. We're setting up with 2 men here on the deep side. 1 second left. He does shoot it, and it is a miss. Hits off the top of the backboard. So at the end of 3, it is a 37-34 lead for Pennsbury. The Pennsbury Falcons. Again, just a reminder, the big game is coming up next as the varsity team heads to the locker room here. Pennsbury is close to here. So from what I have heard, good rival. Well, obviously good rivals, but from what I have heard is there are some connections between these two teams. I know that my fellow broadcaster Tommy Palermo, who will be joining me in a little bit, he has some friends at Pennsbury, and so there are some connections here, which also could higher the stakes for some friendly friendly talk against each other, some friendly chit chat, friendly heckling. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens, though. So both of these teams very evenly matched in JV and the varsity. We knew what we were getting here coming into this game. We knew we were going to get 2 evenly matched teams. And so far, we've gotten that here in JV. We'll see if that stays the same for varsity, which it should. Coach Tony Chapman with 899 wins. And that game will be coming up next. The start time will be at 6 o'clock for that game. At least that's scheduled. We're running a little bit behind schedule here, so maybe a little bit after. Holy Ghost will start with the ball. Down by 3. Ball will be inbounded. Holy Ghost looking for the correct move, and they took too long. Seamus McDermott was looking for the right guy to get the ball to. Nobody was open, and Seamus hesitated a little too long. 5 seconds. And now Pennsbury will get the ball back to start the 4th. Already up by 3. They'll look to add to that. Out on the floor, looks like it's Hendricks, Brown, Cahill, McDermott, and Colin Lucas. Driving underneath is Pennsbury, and they make the kind of the little hook layup that we saw Ben Simmons do a lot the other night for the Sixers. McDermott has it in his hands, was being double-teamed as he liked to shoot the 3. Back to Brown, back to Hendricks. Hendricks shoots the 2, and it misses. And Pennsbury will pick up the rebound, up by 5. Pennsbury in no particular hurry here as the clock hits 6 minutes and 30 seconds. McDermott was heavily hit into there, but not a foul. And back out now. Pennsbury going to get some passing going here. Good pick there, set underneath the basket. Good pass. Being heavily guarded there by Brown is number 25 of Pennsbury. He sticks with the ball. Brown fights for it. But it will stay with Pennsbury. And Pennsbury will also call a timeout. Seamus McDermott, really good sophomore player, loves to shoot the 3 and does it extremely well. Just going to keep on saying it. Really a phenomenal game for him and a phenomenal season for him as well, Seamus. And he was complaining a little bit there. And unfortunately for Holy Ghost, did not get it to go his way. 34-39 is the score here for just joining us. 57 people watching us right now. Andrew doing a great job of working the camera. Again, this is pretty much kind of a test run. We usually don't commentate the JV game, but I was here early today by myself and commentating this game. The varsity game will be the big game coming up next. Andrew is working the camera. Sophomore does a great job on our crew here, helping us out. And then Matt in the office as well, doing a great job getting this game able to be broadcasted to you at home or wherever you're watching us, even on the go. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming games. Again, hockey coming up. Big hockey game on Friday. I'm really excited for that against St. Joe's Prep. It will be a very good game, and you don't want to miss it. The varsity hockey team having a pretty good season so far. Did lose yesterday in a shootout to Malvern. Good steal there by Seamus McDermott. He takes the other way, drives towards the paint, towards the layup, and both shots are missed there. One was missed by McDermott. The other one was missed by Colin Todd. Driving towards the basket there, Pennsbury misses the layup. Coach is mad. It looks like somebody got pushed to the floor there. Driving towards the rim. Good shot there. And that was made by Colin Todd. Colin Todd gets this game a little bit closer. Back out for 3. It's a pretty wide open 3. Cahill was in defense. Rebound once again picked up by Todd. And now Holy Ghost gets a good stop there. They needed it. Down by 3, 36-39. We'll see if they get Seamus involved. Colin Todd has been hot recently. Dasani also checks back in for the Firebirds. Dasani drives underneath, shoots the 2, and Dasani is able to make the 2. What a play right there. And down by 1 is Holy Ghost. Pass underneath, driving towards the basket. Good pass. It was tipped by Dasani. What a play. And Jason Brown gets the rebound after the tip by Dasani. Now James Cahill is the other way. We're within 5 minutes, and we're coming in for a landing. It's going to be a close game here. We knew that all along. Back out for 3. That's Seamus McDermott, who just misses the 3. Pennsbury picks up the rebound. It was a decent shot by McDermott. It was in the corner. Maybe a little bit covered too much there. Probably not the ideal shot for Seamus. Goes up for the 2. It's missed. Dasani, once again, back for the rebound. Dasani can't get rid of it. And the foul there will be called against Pennsbury. And Dasani and the Firebirds will keep the ball. Down by 1 is Pennsbury 38. Down by 1 is Holy Ghost as Pennsbury leads by 1, 38-39. Out on the floor right now, looks like it's Jason Brown, James Cahill, Colin Todd, Dasani, and Seamus. And we're out there right now for the Firebirds. 58 people watching us, and you're in here for a good one. 2 shots for Dasani, who was fouled on the other end of the floor. Going up for the rebound, Dasani will try to give the Firebirds a 1-point lead. First shot by Dasani is in. 39-39, and we have a tie game here. Pennsbury and Holy Ghost will make some substitutions. Seamus McDermott comes out of the game. He'll probably check in a little bit later, take him out for a little bit, get him back in for crunch time minutes towards the latter part of this game. 39-39, and Dasani, who's been really hot over the last 2 minutes or so, makes the second and drills both. It's now a Holy Ghost Prep lead. Yes, I said it. Holy Ghost Prep leads by 1, 40-39. Will be a close finish regardless, though. Pennsbury takes it up the other way. Again, the main event is next. The varsity feature game. Pennsbury at Holy Ghost Prep here in the Chapman Arena. Pushing towards the net. Back out for 3, and it's missed. The rebound was picked up by Pennsbury, but he throws it out of bounds. Number 22 in the orange. Pennsbury goes out of bounds. Colin Todd will inbound here. Oh, no, never mind. Dasani will. He's on the side where the ball did go out. All the way down here on the right side of the gym. Gets the ball off to Colin. Back to Seamus. Seamus does check back in. He checked out for a second. Check back in. McDermott drives underneath. A little bit of an arrogant pass. And the ball goes out of bounds. And it will become Pennsbury ball. Or no, it will become Holy Ghost Prep ball. The refs first made their mind up that Pennsbury had the ball, and they changed the call, and now Holy Ghost gets the ball back, which is great for us. Colin Todd gets the ball off to Matthew Gondolick, who checks back in. Back out to Dasani, who drives. Back out to Gondolick. Over to the corner. It looks like that's Seamus. I can't exactly see Seamus. Drives underneath the basket. My bad, that was not Seamus. That was Colin Todd for the miss. Down by 1 is Pennsbury. They'll look to take the lead. Pennsbury passing here again. 10 fouls committed here in this half by Pennsbury. 5 fouls for Holy Ghost. Driving underneath the basket is 25, and he had a layup but missed it. Rebound is picked up, and it's made by Pennsbury. And it is a 1-point lead for Pennsbury, 41-40. Checking in will be James Cahill. He'll come in for Matthew Gondolick. Dasani's out there. Seamus is out there. Looks like Colin Todd is out there. James Cahill is out there. And looks like the other player is Jason Brown, who went down the court pretty quickly in a hurry. James Cahill gets it off to Jason Brown, but it was tipped midair. And Pennsbury now has a fast break. 2-on-1. They drive towards the basket. Pennsbury makes the layup. They wanted a foul there. They did not get it. It's now a Pennsbury lead by 3. 3 minutes left. Seamus gets the ball off to Dasani. Have to play sounder ball here. And a foul is committed there against Pennsbury. In all is Pennsbury. But the foul will be called against them. And Dasani, who was 2 for 2 in his last attempt to shoot 2 free throws, will be now going once again to the line to shoot 2. I know we have some Pennsbury fans watching us as well as Holy Ghost. We welcome both sides into this one. The main event will be coming up next. The varsity game, Coach Tony Chapman of Holy Ghost Prep, who this arena is named after, will go for 900 wins. Coming up next, he's at 899. He has a few chances this week to get to 900. We'll see what happens. The varsity team is 11-6. They are 9-1. at home here in the Chapman Arena. The one loss they had was where they were down 17 points at the half, came back and lost by 1 to Penridge. Again, that's the Varsity team, and that will be coming up next right here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. The second shot there is made by Dasani, and he'll make it a 2-point game. Dasani 4 for 4 in his last 4 attempts at the line with 3 minutes and 3 seconds left. Good number up there on the clock. 3:03. Crowd getting a little bit bigger now. Of course, we are following social distancing protocols, but it looks like crowd beginning to grow a little bit here. Getting close towards the Varsity game. Pennsbury drives the other way, underneath. Guarded there, back out. That's a mid-range. That's a 2, and it will miss for Pennsbury. Rebound is picked up by Colin Todd. Colin now gives it off to Seamus. Seamus takes it the other way, does a little bit of a spin move, is able to get it off to James Cahill, who's played a good chunk of minutes here in the last couple minutes. Or the last half of this game, I should say. Gives it back out to Colin Todd. Colin Todd drives and then makes a bad pass, which goes out of bounds. Cahill got a tip of it, but couldn't fully get the ball. And now Pennsbury will have the ball as they lead by 2. Pennsbury leads by 1 here. My bad. I am blocked by the basketball rim here from where we are. They're down by 1 is Holy Ghost. Pennsbury leads by 1. Want to clear that up. 43-42. Pennsbury being heavily guarded by 2 defenders, James Cahill and Seamus McDermott. Again, this is the JV game. Usually don't commentate the JV. We are making sure the mics work and everything is smooth. For the Varsity game, which is coming up next, should be starting at 6 o'clock. We're a little bit behind schedule. 5:43, and we'll see what happens with that. Maybe a couple minutes late, as we'll see what happens there. The 11-6 Varsity team for the Firebirds will take their shot up against the Pennsbury Falcons, who are 6-9 on the season, 1-5 on the road. Is the Varsity team. This is the JV game. Just giving you a little bit of a preview for that game coming up. But the Varsity right here, 43-42. We're in the seesaw. Back and forth are these teams, exchanging free throws and layups. Back out to the paint again, back up beyond 3. Now back underneath. Now back out again. Pennsbury will pass here. No particular hurry are the Falcons. They lead by 1. Underneath. HGP playing good defense. There was a tip by Colin Todd. Picked up by Jason Brown. Jason has to get rid of it. He does. And he's able to get the ball off to James Cahill and Boudier. Brendan cuts, but it's picked off. And now Pennsbury goes the other way. And now the ball is down court. It's a 2-on-1. Good tip by Seamus McDermott. And McDermott is able to keep the ball. McDermott does not have the ball. Seamus was the last one to touch it, which I thought happened, but the coach of Pennsbury was a little bit upset with that call, and I was wondering why, because the ref did call on the floor that Seamus went out of bounds with it, and the timeout is called by the Firebirds. So a little bit of some chaotic moments here in the last couple of minutes, but a really good game so far. I think the stars of the game, and I have been here for the whole game, but just speaking specifically here in the second half, I think Dasani is a big part of it. Number 23 for the Firebirds. He's had a really good, especially going to the line and playing defense. Seamus McDermott has had a good game. James Cahill has had a really good game. Colin Todd has been involved a lot of it throughout as well. Ian Hendricks, Dan Raxness have also played a good amount of time, as well as Boudier. Hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Hopefully Brendan doesn't get mad at me. Again, close matchup here. The main events will be the Varsity game, and that will be coming up next. Coach Chapman of the Firebirds at 899 wins in his career. Legendary career for Coach Chapman. Again, that'll be coming up next. That game is scheduled to start at 6, running a little bit behind right now with 1 minute and 19 seconds left here on the clock. This is also the part of the game where timeouts are called frequently, so at 1 minute and 19 seconds may turn into a good 8 minutes or so. It's basketball. It happens. Into double-digit fouls, as I said a little bit earlier, is Pennsbury. Holy Ghost is not yet in double digits. They've committed 7 fouls. Here, 43-42 lead. Pennsbury is in possession of shooting 2 free throws. In possession of shooting 2 free throws. Checking in for Mr. Krause's JV team for the Firebirds. Looks like that will be Colin Todd, Jason Brown, James Cahill, Brendan Boudier, I should say, and Seamus McDermott. And the first free throw is made by number 1 in the orange and black. Some Flyers colors there for Pennsbury. Second one is missed. Rebound by Todd. And it's a 2-point game. James Cahill now takes it the other way with a burst of speed. A little bit more than 60 seconds left. Now it's back out. Good pass, though, to Seamus McDermott. Back out to Colin Todd. Todd drives underneath the basket. Gives it back out to McDermott. McDermott being guarded. Seamus drives. Good move by Seamus McDermott, who ties the game at 44 apiece. 56 seconds left. Again, we're in for a good one here, ladies and gentlemen. And a foul. Or sorry, not a foul has been committed. A timeout has been called for Pennsbury. 44-44. Again, if you're just joining us, the big event is the varsity game coming up next between the Pennsbury Falcons, Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. We wanted to we wanted to test the mics. We've been streaming pretty much our last 10 or so games with commentation, and it's just been great to have the ability to be able to commentate, mainly due to COVID. And the varsity game will be coming up at 6 o'clock. 52.3 seconds left here in this JV game. It's been a very interesting game, to say the least. Holy Ghost started this game down 8-2, and they've come back to tie things up. Holy Ghost was and Pennsbury was going back and forth late in the third and early in the fourth, and Holy Ghost has climbed back to tie it. Pennsbury is in possession of the ball with 52 seconds left here. Once again, I want to give a big shout out to Andrew and Matt, who are working hard with our production crew behind the scenes, as well as Mr. Burke. He's here in front of me. Hello, Mr. Burke, wonderful principal. We've done some games together as well. Pretzels have been bought, it looks like. Some Philly pretzels. Who couldn't love that? Assume it's still cold outside. But who cares? We're indoors here in the Chapman Arena. Out here for Mr. Krause's Firebirds is James Cahill, Colin Todd, James Brown, Matthew Gondlik, and Seamus McDermott. With 50 seconds left, Pennsbury is in no particular hurry here. Holy Ghost will either try to get a steal, or they may have to commit a foul. We'll see. Brown going up hard, back out. Again, Pennsbury just passing. 35 seconds left here in this one. Going to the floor is Todd. Wide open three for Pennsbury, and it's missed. Rebound is picked up by Gondlik, who now takes it the other way. It was tipped. Gondlik lost it. It's a foul committed against 22 in the orange and black. It was a good job to get the ball back for the Firebirds, but now going to the line to shoot 2. Now, obviously, the Firebirds will hope that 1 is missed here at least, but it can be no more than a 1-possession game, even if these 2 are made. The varsity team for both sides are waiting to come out onto the court, and the first one is missed by Pennsbury, and it's a 44-44 game. Checking in is Ian Hendricks, the sophomore. He'll check in for Gondlik, who will go to the bench, maybe get a little bit taller there, if anything, for the move there. Maybe just a better shooter. And the second one is also missed. It's a rebound picked up by James Cahill. He's able to get it off, and the pass was a wild pass. James was not looking and throws it towards Mr. Helsley, who is keeping track of the clock. Helsley was not able to make a play on that one. Mr. Helsley will have to... No, I'm just kidding. Ball hit off. Good tip by James Cahill, and makes up for the mistake, but he loses it again. James Cahill, who's been having a really good game, loses the ball once, is able to get the ball back, but then loses it again. First time by a pass, the second time by throwing it out of bounds. Cahill now is probably very out of breath. There's 10 seconds left. Firebirds will have to play good defense. Again, watch out for the foul. Driving towards the basket. 12 seconds left. And that is a charge. Holy Ghost Prep will take the charge. James Cahill will take the charge. And Holy Ghost Prep with 4 seconds left here will try to win this game. Don't look like they'll call a timeout. We'll see what happens. In the game, looks like is Todd, Cahill, Brown. I don't exactly know that. Maybe Colin Lucas, who is down there on the other side for the Firebirds. Dan Raxis has a really good arm, plays baseball, will chuck the ball in for the Firebirds. Dan shoots it down the way. It's picked up by Brown, who will catch it even after it was tried to be intercepted by Pennsbury. And Mr. Kraus, Coach Kraus, will call the timeout with 3.3 seconds left. Stay in for this one, everyone. It's going to be a tough landing. With 3 seconds left here on the clock. This game has been back and forth. We have 77 people watching us. People are loading in here for the varsity game. It's been a great JV game. Varsity game will probably be a little bit behind tonight, but that's okay because this basketball game has been a treat. Both teams are locked up at 44 apiece. Holy Ghost trailed 8-2. The Firebirds trying to come back here and maybe stun Pennsbury because they were playing pretty comfortably in that first half. Even going into halftime, even going into intermission. But the Firebirds, Coach Kraus, have fought back. All the JV games, especially recently, have been super close. Nail-biters coming down to the wire, and that's where we're at again. I have not called an overtime game, and I don't know if this one will go to overtime, even if they tie. We'll see what happens. Ball is underneath. It's in the hands. They go towards the basket, and it was no good. I believe that shot was taken by Colin Todd, and it was. We'll see if we go to overtime. I am not sure what is happening. Both teams are into it. We're going to try to find out what happens. Oh, and there is a foul on the play. Colin Todd will go to the line. Looks like to shoot one, I think. Is this to shoot one? I mean, the crowd here is literally in shambles. I kid you not. Pennsbury is loud. Colin Todd, with maybe the biggest free throw of his life, will give the JV team a 45-44 victory. Oh no, Todd will have to shoot one more. No, he will not. Colin Todd has won the game for the JV Firebirds in a shock against Pennsbury. Pennsbury and their fans cannot believe it. The Firebirds and Colin Todd were able to shock Pennsbury here in the last couple seconds. Pennsbury was up by 4 at one point in the last minute or two, and the Firebirds strike back. Hopefully that can give the varsity team a little bit of spunk against Pennsbury. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event is up next. For 899 wins is what Coach Tony Chapman is currently at. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Don't turn off your TV or phone. It will be electric. We'll see you in a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned with us here. We should have about 15 minutes shoot around. Again, the JV Firebirds defeat the Pennsbury Falcons by a final score of 45-44. Stay tuned with us. Thank you.
We chose Holy Ghost Prep for the small school size and the attention that my son would get. The teacher to student ratio was very small, which allowed for a small classroom setting. The teachers really get to know you individually. My son graduated in 2018 and currently is a junior at United States Military Academy at West Point. In addition, he still relies on and still has teachers and administrators here who he is in consistent contact with from a friendship level and from a mentoring level. This school's been very good.
We chose Holy Ghost Prep for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons being that we wanted our boys to go to school with all boys. We liked that fact, and we also thought that the spirits and values that Holy Ghost teaches were very important. Our kids went to public school, so we taught them morals and everything, but we really wanted them to go to a Catholic high school. Small class sizes was very important to us. Just the atmosphere here. It's I don't know, you walk onto campus and you feel like it's euphoric. I mean, I love it here, and my boys love it here, and I would pick Holy Ghost a million times over again. It's like family here, and that really means a lot to me.
For me, the best part of that Holy Ghost Prep is that here it is cool to be smart. And we do carpooling, and I'll pick up 4 boys, and they're all talking about who has the highest GPA in the class or in the car, who did well on the test today, and they're all trying to catch one another. And I love that part of the college prep experience and how they already know, even in their sophomore year, how important that GPA is towards their goals of where they want to go. It's planted in you at the first day of school that you are here as a stepping stone to your next step, which is college, and I love that part about it.
The first thing I thought was about how it's an investment in your sons to send them here, and the return on that investment I think is priceless. Just the transformation I've seen in my oldest son, who's a junior, I couldn't ask for anything more.
When Kyle was in 5th grade, he came to a basketball camp here at Holy Ghost Prep with Tony Chapman. In fact, he came twice that year. Then he went to baseball camp. And then he came back for 6th grade, and by then he wanted to come to Holy Ghost, and he came here for everything else. Enrichment program, grade 7, enrichment program, grade 8. He did it all, and he knew everybody here before he ever got here. We helped him come here, but Kyle was the guy that wanted to come to this school, and boy, did that work out. My son went to this school for 4 years and never missed a day because he loved this place so much. It's the faculty, it's the people. That's why this place is great.
The reason I love working at Holy Ghost Prep so much is because of the students. I love my job, and I think the best part of my job is working with the students every day. That is what makes me come to work every day. Just experiencing high school with them, the ups and downs, helping them apply to college, listening to their stories, and just spending time with them. I couldn't ask for a better job. The reason that we sent our son to Holy Ghost Prep is to give him a solid foundation. My husband and I are both products of single-sex high schools, and we believe in single-sex high schools. And so for him to be here is just a privilege. We've been able to watch him grow as a young man into a young man and mature. We've been able to see how happy he is, which makes us happy. And my favorite part is probably the fact that I get to work here and I get to secretly watch him while he's here at school, and that makes my heart really happy that I have those 4 years here with him. And that's why I love Holy Ghost.
Holy Ghost Prep is a special place because of the students that walk the halls and these buildings every day. And most importantly, the faculty and staff that engage them in their education in the classroom, in the hallways, on the fields, and on the courts. They are the reason that our young men enter this campus as boys and leave as men.
What I like most about Holy Ghost is the personal connection I have with the students. The small class sizes allow me to meet the students individually early on and actually build a nice relationship. They come in excited about, I got a license, or I got into a college, or our team won last night, or I got on to varsity, or I got on to JV, or hey, I didn't fail the math test like I thought I was gonna. It's wonderful to have that kind of interaction with these students on a day-to-day basis, and not just the year they're in my class, but the years afterwards when they're juniors and seniors, or when they come back to visit from college. One of the favorite things I like about Holy Ghost working here is that I have a lot of freedom with my class. Yes, I teach chemistry. Yes, there's a curriculum, but I can deviate from the curriculum. If I have a group of students who gets fascinated with a little bit of a side jaunt when we're doing chemistry, I can stop and cover it. I can expand on their interests. It's wonderful to have that kind of freedom and interaction where I can support students where they live and where their interests are.
What I like about going to Spirit in School.
What I like best about working at a Spirit in School.
The thing I like about being part of a Spirit in School.
It can't be limited to just a single answer.
Sense of community is tremendous.
Knowing everybody around you, everybody in the hall is basically a familiar face.
There's a real sense of brotherhood here that I feel is lacking at a lot of other places.
Always there for one another, always willing to help, always willing to lend a hand.
The brotherhood. From the teachers to the students, everyone is so welcoming and kind.
It's a community and bond I have with my brothers here at Ghost. I've only been here a couple months, but I do feel the connection with all my classmates, and it's great to see them in the halls.
Was the camaraderie. I started as the rowing coach, and I knew from just getting to know the guys in that small aspect that this was the place that I wanted to be full-time.
Community between even teachers and students, not even student brother, student.
Relationships that teachers have built with the students and also with the other teachers. All the administrators are here to help and to try to make every student the best possible young gentleman they can be.
The willingness of the teachers to actually help you whenever they have free time, and they actually care about how you're doing, how your family's doing, your own well-being.
I love watching the students grow and expand their knowledge, whether it be through music or through science. And the beauty is, in this building, I get to have both.
I love being a part of the students' everyday life, talking with them, helping them figure out their path.
I love working with the talented students who are engaged and enthused about their subjects. It's really a pleasure to work with each and every day. I love the history of this place. It goes back over 100 years and has such great tradition to it.
It's not just the commitment to each other out there on the field, but also when we come back into school, we challenge each other to perform academically and outperform other people through this brotherhood.
Watching my students grow and learn how to question, mature, change from boys to men here.
Everybody has the light and brings this positive light to learn.
Favorite thing for me about going to a Spirit in School is Father Dan. He's the priest here and he's a Spiritan, and not only is he a great teacher, but he has a lot of good stories.
So we look at the whole of the person. How is their relationship with God? Do they realize how loved they are, how special? And that then spills over, how are they with their family, with their peers, their friends?
I grew up in a Catholic grade school, and I'm happy that I was able to continue my Catholicism throughout high school.
The thing I like best about going to a Spirits in School is the idea of service. My freshman year, we took a service trip to St. Francis Inn, and we delivered care packages to the homeless people there. I thought that was a really cool aspect of a school, and it currently got me involved in campus ministry, which I am now president of.
A theme or mantra of the Spiritans that I think we could all learn from. When they go to a place, it sounds like, to me, they don't go into a new community and try to say, hey, this is what I'm bringing, so pay attention to me. They really focus on other people.
The openness to new ideas, new perspectives, and the willingness to accept everyone within our community.
Our common goal to promote an education as best we can for our students and get our students involved in activities and sports and try and make them as well-rounded as possible.
Opportunities that I got, whether it was learning public speaking or learning about the law in mock trial, all these new opportunities gave me different perspectives on what I can do later on in life and new careers that I can take on.
It is just truly an honor to be able to work here with them and be a part of their lives for the 4 years that they're here.
Together we really embody that one mind and one heart.
There's a lot to like about working at Holy Ghost Prep.
And hello, everyone. Welcome here to the Chapman Arena as we get ready for today's game between the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds and the Pennsbury Falcons. I am David Chmansky, along here with Tommy Palermo and James McKenna. Take it away with some things to look forward to in today's game with Coach Tony Chapman at 899 wins.
Yeah, some things to look forward to. Both these teams are very evenly matched. They both have great players. Some stand-up players on Pennsbury are going to be Aiden McCormick and Amir Johnson. Look out for those two names tonight. This is sure to be a great game here, and let's see if Chapman can get his 900th win.
We have a lot scheduled for today's broadcast. James, you want to say something before you get into this?
The JV team love to pound the ball inside, so I would watch. Hopefully, if Ghost can keep them out of the paint today.
Definitely.
And the game begins. Chris Cada has the ball for the Firebirds.
Chris Cada passes it out to Dylan Sheed. Dylan Sheed working here. Dylan Sheed moving the ball. Chris Cada in the corner. Chris Cada drives. Ryan O'Hara. Ryan O'Hara passes back out to Dylan Sheed. Dylan Sheed makes a move. Drives. Dylan Sheed layup. No good from Dylan Sheed.
Taking it the other way are the Falcons. It's Aiden McCormick who takes it up the floor. Going into Chris Cada hard, and Cada will take the charge. Chris Cada fouled there by Aiden McCormick. We get started with a 0-0 game.
Inbounding the ball is Jack McDermott. Looks like Pennsbury opts the press. Jack McDermott passes it to Shane Riley. Shane Riley taking it up the court. Shane Riley guarded by Aiden McDermott. Back out to Chris Cada. Chris Cada working around. Back out to Shane Riley. Shane Riley up top. Over to Jack McDermott. Jack McDermott looking to run a play here. Jack McDermott drives.
What a move by McDermott. He's blocked by Evan Rickard.
Yeah, ball's deflected there. Looks like it stays with Ghost.
Riley will inbound.
Yeah. Shane Riley inbounding here. Jack McDermott with the ball. Jack McDermott makes a move. Excellent pass to Dylan Sheed, but Dylan Sheed does not finish.
Sheed misses, so Howard tried to get a rebound but couldn't, and now Teddy takes it the other way and gives it off to Rickard, who drives and is fouled by Jack McDermott.
Now this matchup is a lot of tension. A lot of these players know each other and have known each other for many years.
Pennsbury is very vocal. The JV game, they were very vocal. It was a stunner if you missed it. 45-44, the JV team defeated the Pennsbury Falcons. Ball is in the hands of McNeely, the 6'2 junior. Back out to Amir Johnson, who, Tommy, you said is pretty good. You know him, apparently?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Johnson now back with the ball. 6 minutes and a half left back here in the first quarter. Pretty electric atmosphere tonight. Johnson drives, guarded by Cada. Back out to Teddy, who takes underneath the basket, drives. Cada now has the other way for the Firebirds.
Yeah, Cada taking the fast break, drives. Cada fakes a pass. Layup, no good by Cada. Rebound by O'Hara. Back out to Sheed. Drives, Shane Riley. Shane Riley makes a move. Back out to Sheed. Sheed to Cada. Cada drives. Back out to McDermott. Moving the ball well here. McDermott to Sheed. Sheed drives along the back. And Cada from three. No good.
Cada misses a three.
But looks like Shane Riley gets the rebound here. Shane Riley on the wing. McDermott up top.
Firebirds are 11-6 to start their season.
Sheed working on the elbow. Back out to Cada. Sheed almost loses it. Sheed drives. Blocked by Aiden McCormick.
McCormick takes it the other way into the hands of Johnson. Johnson now takes it the other way for the Falcons. Out there for the Firebirds is Cada, O'Hara, Sheed, McDermott, and Shane Riley. The JV team has now joined us to cheer on the varsity team. Underneath for a two, and it's made. Pennsbury with the first 2 points of the day. Now McDermott inbounds to Cada. Cada is out there, as I said, with Riley, O'Hara, McDermott, and Sheed. Cada drives, fakes the three. Now gives it back out to O'Hara. Underneath he has McDermott if he wants to take it. O'Hara goes up for two and makes it. Tie game. Good move by O'Hara, huh, Tommy?
Yeah, that was a great move by O'Hara there. He loves those big post moves, hard labs. Good finish by O'Hara.
Now, you told me earlier, somebody likes to shoot threes on this team, on Pennsbury.
Yeah. They play similar games.
Justin Hedges, correct? Number 12. He's not in the game right now.
Yeah, Justin Hedges is not in the game right now, but he
Johnson misses the layup, and it will go out of bounds and be Firebirds ball. Oh, no, sorry. It will be Pennsbury ball. Let's stay with Pennsbury. Inbound to Rickard. Now back to Johnson, being guarded by O'Hara. Johnson goes up and makes it 2. Reichard. Okay, it's not Rickard. Reichard. I thought that Mr. Bessler said it, but sure, Reichard. O'Hara, fast break, tipped by McCormick, and it goes out of bounds, and it will stay with the Firebirds. Firebirds are set 11-6, 9-1 at home. The Pennsbury Falcons are 6-9 on their season, and they are 1-5 on the road. However, they did win their last game. And I believe they've won a few straight. I'll check to get you that number. McDermott drives against Johnson and is fouled. Or sorry, is fouled and it will stay.
Yeah. Looks like it's just going to be out on Pennsbury here.
Pretzels there. I think they're for the seniors and Max. Huh. Are they all seniors except for Max? Maybe.
For the Ben Sale and Brazies. That's who they're for.
The Brazies. You know what was really funny about that? I was in the locker room the day after we did our last game, which was against Penridge, the heartbreaking loss. And somebody who was not here, I'm telling you, they were not here, and which I guess is, obviously believable that they were listening. I mean, we have 113 people watching right now. They were talking about how you were talking about the Ben Sale and Brazies.
Yeah, it's
oh, that was funny. O'Hara back to Sheed.
Jumper, knocks it down.
Good shot by Dylan.
Good jumper there by Dylan Sheed.
Tie game at 4-4.
Amir takes it up. Aiden McCormick. Free throw. Oh, no good. Dylan Sheed gets the rebound. Dylan Sheed driving. Dylan Sheed to O'Hara down low. O'Hara makes it past the Kata.
Bad pass.
Looks like a bad pass by O'Hara, and it's going to go out of bounds. Falcon ball.
Yeah, I don't think Kata was exactly on the same page there with... Also, yeah, checking in, as Mr. Bessel said, is Tyler Schmidt. Checking out is Chris Kata, and Amir Johnson has it for the Falcons. 130 people watching right now. Ball was given off shortly to McCormick. It's back in the hands of Teddy. Back to Amir. It misses. Oh. Rebound by Schmidt. Never mind. It was lost. No. And Reichard scores the 2 for the Falcons. Close game, 6-4. They're evenly matched. We knew this coming into this team. Even though the Firebirds are 11-6 and Pennsbury 6-9, Pennsbury has been really hot as of recently. Good
Great move by McDermott. McDermott trying to make something happen here.
Good
Pennsbury
first quarter.
Bench getting loud.
I'll tell you.
Shane Riley. Shane Riley drives. Shane Riley after Sheed.
For 3.
McDermott from 3.
Misses.
No good.
Rebound by Amir Johnson. Johnson is a tinier fella, 5'9", senior, but he plays with a lot of energy out there so far. Yeah. Out there on the floor for the Firebirds, pretty much most of the starters. It's McDermott, Riley, O'Hara, Schmidt, and Dylan Sheed. With 2 minutes and 44 seconds left, ball is in the hands of Justin Hedges.
Now with
Never mind, that's not Hedges.
That's
McNeely. My bad. The 12 and the 13 from here is a little bit difficult
from 3. Eddie knocks it down. Great shot there.
Inbound there from McDermott, who gives it off to Sheed. Sheed is being guarded right now by Teddy. Now Sheed drives back out to Riley, who's had a really good season. Riley fakes, gives it to Schmidt.
Schmidt knocks it down.
Knocks down the 3. And it's a 7-6. Sorry, 7-9 game right now. 7-9. Johnson has the ball for the Falcons, who gives it off quickly to McNeely, but it goes back to Johnson.
McDermott down low. McDermott with the layup.
Good shot there by McCormick.
Oh.
Inbounding is McDermott. It's a crazy atmosphere tonight. Don't worry about it. Schmidt drives, but pushes hard into... It looks like that may have been... It wasn't D. McNeely who goes to the floor to charge against the Firebirds. Tyler Schmidt gets the foul. Checking into the game for the first time will be Tyler Koak, who checks in for Amir Johnson. 11-7 is the score. 7-11. I wish we were sponsored by 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
be a nice slushy day. 7-Eleven. Starting to get to some hot weather outside. McNeely gives the ball off to Koak.
Yes.
Some of these, you guys, in terms of, you guys know these guys for the most part,
yeah,
don't you?
I only know them because I played baseball against them.
Okay, there you go. Nice shot by Teddy. And Teddy now has Pennsbury up 6.
Yeah, Teddy already has 5. Tyler Schmidt takes the ball up.
The clock was not running, and the Firebirds will have to inbound the ball. Another thing tonight we have, as we said earlier, the Ben Salem Breezes, as Tom likes to call them, and the senior section along with Max. I'll call you a senior. Happy with that? Well, no, you don't want to rush your time away. Riley drives underneath, and Shane Riley, the junior, makes it 2.
Easy there. That's his first basket. Yeah, it's going to be his first.
Both teams have committed 2 fouls.
McNeely taking the ball up. McNeely out to Taddy. Taddy on the wing. Up top to McCormick. McCormick to Kokak. Over to Rykerd. Rykerd to McCormick. Shane Riley goes for the steal. No good.
Good effort by Riley. Good defense by the Firebirds.
Guarded by Schmidt. Over to Kokak. Back to McCormick. McCormick makes a move. McCormick trying to make something happen.
Good defense by Tyler Schmidt. There's a 3. And it misses. Rebound picked up by Dylan Sheed. Firebirds now come the other way. Sheed was looking for Huey, who checks into the game. Jack McDermott aggressively drives, but takes the charge. The charge foul has been called quickly here. Now the first one was a charge. That might have been. I think it was 2 though. That last charge was not so much of a charge.
Didn't really look so squared up to the ball. Could go either way.
I don't know. Yeah.
Aiden Graham checks into the game. Coach for the Falcons is Bill Coleman. Coach for the Firebirds is Coach Tony Chapman, who enters this game with 899 wins. Pennsbury has been playing really good basketball as of recently, although their overall record is 6-9. They are 1-5 on the road. They played much better basketball at home, but they have been playing road basketball better as of recently. They picked up that win on the road pretty recently. Amir Johnson will most likely wait to take the last shot here. Aiden Graham is out there. Liam Huey is out there. Dylan Sheed, Shane Riley, and Tyler Schmidt. Huey checks into the game for the first time. Johnson gives the ball back off to Kokak, my bad. Kokak being guarded by Aiden Graham. 17 seconds left. The clock really running here. Looks like Coach Chapman has changed a little bit of some defensive style here. McNeely drives. Now it's back up to a 3 for Kokak, who drills it. And that is Ty Kokak. That was McNeely. Sheed drives to make the 2, and Dylan Sheed responds well. Final score at the end of the first is, it looks like that's 11-16. 11-16. I'm blocked.
11, yeah.
Me and Tommy are both blocked. Santino is here. The Firebird is here.
Don't break his character.
Okay, I'm sorry. The Firebird is here in this close game so far. It was a 1-point game for most of the first quarter, but Pennsbury has opened up the lead here a little bit, 11-16. Good response, though, by Dylan Sheed to get down the court in a hurry. James and Tommy, what would you make of that first quarter?
Very competitive games as of right now. Both teams are looking to get the ball inside. Not a lot of 3-point shots, but I think it's going to be the same thing throughout the game.
Yeah, Pennsbury has a lot of fast guys who are willing to take the ball to the net. And it's both teams play similarly. It's going to be a tough battle out there.
So something to keep in mind is the last home game was against Penridge. Firebirds went into the half down 17. They came back and lost by 1. Really, they should have won that game. But some late fouls and some costly turnovers. The last game was against Quakertown for the Varsity Firebirds. They had a big lead in that game. They blew it. We're down by 7 at one point within the final 2 minutes of that game. It came back to win against Quakertown. It was a stunner for both teams at a certain point, and the Firebirds came back and won that. So they're going to have to play second half basketball much better, especially in this game, as they trail.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement. No negations.
Ball is in the hands of Rykerd. He gives the ball off to McNeely. Back in the hands of McCormick. Back to Johnson. Johnson drives, being guarded by Aiden Graham. There's a miss, and it was rebounded by Dylan Sheed. Pass to Huey. Huey keeps it back to Schmidt and Tyler Schmidt.
Oh, my.
And, Liam Huey has had some struggles recently, but he had a really good start to the season, and that's a good sign for him because when he's playing like that, the Firebirds get a lot of confidence. Liam Huey picking it back up there. Good pass to Tyler Schmidt. There's a 3 from way downtown. I was thinking about Evan
gets the rebound, but loses it.
Good fight by Huey, who played with effort there in the 2. is made by Pennsbury. That three-point shot attempted by McNeely was almost at half court. Schmidt gives the ball off to Sheed. Sheed drives, being heavily guarded, looking for Graham. He gets it off to Schmidt, who fakes the three. It's tipped, but it's able to be picked up by Graham, who gets it off in time to Riley. Riley being guarded by Johnson. Riley looks for Graham. That's for three. Aiden Graham misses the shot, and the Firebirds need a stop down the other end. They trail by 5. Johnson has it. That was to McNeely for a second, and that shot is missed, and it will go the other way. Firebirds get the ball. They needed that stop.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Huey stays in the game, along with
Coach is
Sheed,
getting intense here.
O'Hara, Schmidt, and Graham. Riley checks out. We have 141 people watching us for this game. Firebirds 11-6, Falcons 6-9. But I stress, they have been 141 people are watching.
Well, welcome to the
Pennsbury's been playing really good basketball as of recently. Sheed, the mid-range, misses. Rebound by Liam Huey, who is fouled. Liam Huey.
Obvious foul there.
Will go to the line for 2.
Coolan looks like he's going to check in here.
We'll see who checks out. It may be Graham.
I think it'll be O'Hara.
Yeah, you might be right about that. O'Hara has been in this stretch a little bit longer here, but Coolan is waiting near the bench, near Mr. Heston. First one is made by Huey to make it a 4-point game.
Note that Mel Lindsay has not checked in the game yet either.
Yeah, Mel Lindsay has not checked in the game.
Sheed
and Coolan
checks out.
For Huey. I mean, for Sheed.
Yeah, Sheed checks out. He had a really good game against Quakertown as well. Dylan Sheed had a dunk.
Yeah.
As well as a really nice three-pointer. Rebound picked up by Ryan. O'Hara gets it back to Huey. Huey drives, being triple-teamed.
Schmidt to Graham. Graham back out to Huey. Back to O'Hara. O'Hara.
Ryan O'Hara.
Nice hard layup by O'Hara.
As Mark Zunoff would say, turning garbage into gold. That's what Ryan O'Hara did right there, picking up the miss by Huey. And Firebirds are now only down by 2.
Great hustle there by O'Hara.
Bench gets into it. Ball is in the hands of McNeely, being guarded by Huey. Ball back out to Kokak. Now back out to Johnson. Johnson is being guarded by Schmidt. Back out to McNeely. McNeely gives it back off to Reichert. Reichert gives it off to McCormick. McCormick drives, gives it back out to McNeely. Good passing by Pennsbury. There's the Ben Simmons hook, and it's made by Aiden McCormick.
What a hook shot there.
That was a Ben Simmons hook shot.
3 players from Pennsbury have 5 points right now, so that's 15 of their 20.
Yeah, that's going to be Taddy, McCormick, and McNeely. All have 5.
Keenan Teddy.
Checking out is McNeely. Firebirds trail by 5. Out right now is Graham. Where was that pass? Aiden Graham. Looks like maybe I think
maybe
that
they got a hand on
I
it.
think what happened was I think Graham was blocked or the ball was tipped. Something happened because Liam Huey was nowhere in the vicinity of that ball. That ball went over the head of Mr. Helsley and the Pennsbury scorekeeper towards our cameraman Andrew. Johnson has the Pennsbury up 5. They drive back out to, I believe that is Kokak, and it is.
Johnson with the ball. Johnson to Kokak.
We need a miss here.
Kokak to Amir Johnson. Amir Johnson guarded by Schmidt. Reichert from 3. No good.
That scared me for a little bit. Huey had it for a second. And it's missed.
Oh.
Rebound.
Coolan with
fast
the rebound.
break.
Fast break. Huey. Huey looks for Graham from 3.
Aiden Graham.
Wow. Aiden Graham, the sophomore.
I love when Mr. Barry Bessler, who we interviewed in the beginning of the starting with the streams, I love when he says somebody's name, especially that emphatically, because it usually means a 3 goes down for the Firebirds. And it's a 21-19 lead. That is 21, correct?
No, 20.
20, okay.
Sorry.
I again, ladies and gentlemen at home, I have it on my computer screen, but there is a delay. And me and Tommy are blocked by the pole that connects the backboard to the Raptors.
Yeah.
We can't see the away score. We can see the home. So I'm trying to keep up with it, but with knowing numbers that are all over and just keeping up with the 20 or 21. But it is 20-19. Firebirds trail by 1. Coach Tony Chapman, here's Santino. Well, the Firebird. I'm sorry, I'm blowing his cover, and I feel bad, but it's just a habit. It's the Firebird. Again, the Firebirds at 11-6, 9-1 at home. Coach Tony Chapman at 899 wins heading into this game. 4 minutes left in the halftime. Ball is giving off to Reichert. Reichert gives the ball off to McNeely. McNeely back to Johnson. Good pass underneath to McCormick, but it was lost by McCormick. Firebirds will take possession.
Yeah, Firebirds playing better defense here in the second quarter. Also, the more efficient offense, for sure.
Pennsbury coach Bill Coleman is screaming so loud that even with huge claps and students that are yelling, you can hear him from probably outside the door.
Yeah, I'm sure the players appreciate that.
Riley being guarded, I believe that's McNeely. Go ahead, Tommy, take it away.
Okay, Keita on the wing, back out to Schmidt in the corner. Shane Riley on the wing. Shane Riley drives. Back out to Schmidt. Schmidt along the baseline to O'Hara. O'Hara looking to make a post move here. Back out to Riley on the corner. Riley drives. Back out to Keita.
Thought Keita was going to take it. Faked it.
Keita to O'Hara. O'Hara to Riley from 3. No good from Riley there.
Rebound was picked up by Reichert, who takes it the other way for Pennsbury. Gives it off to McNeely. McNeely being guarded by Chris Cato, who checks back in. He did get the start in today's game, but didn't play too much in that first quarter. Ball is now in the hands of Amir Johnson, who goes to work against Shane Riley. Tipped it by Cato. Now the Firebirds go the other way. Cato has Graham if he needs him. Pass it to Graham. Aiden Graham from 3. Aiden Graham!
Let's
Give the Firebirds the lead. It's a 1-point lead for the Firebirds. 22-21.
Graham has 6. Love to see Graham getting into the game here.
As Max Rittenmeyer just said, Graham Cracker. I like that, Max.
Yeah.
That was good. Max gets a shout out too. Johnson with the ball for Pennsbury. Pennsbury gives the ball off to McNeely. They're going to try to slow the pace down. Johnson gives it off to open 3. And that is Kenan Teddy.
Kenan Teddy has been really good from 3 so far.
Who took the breath of excitement kind of away from us. Firebirds, though, are only down by 2.
Only 1.
23-22. Not down by 2. Graham for 3. Graham Cracker, baby. Aiden Graham turns up for the
3 in a row.
cause.
That's 9 points for Graham.
Aiden Graham is 3 threes.
Aiden Graham.
And he leads the way for the Firebirds with 25 total points for the team.
I talked to Aiden Graham earlier in the locker room about this game. He said
Johnson makes the 2.
he was going to make something happen there. He wasn't lying.
Oh, tie game, I believe that is, correct? Tie game.
Yeah, tie
game. 2 minutes left, picked up by Graham. Graham gives it off to Schmidt. Schmidt drive. What a move by Tyler Schmidt. And this field house is rocking.
27-25 Firebirds. Amir Johnson takes it up the court. Amir Johnson.
3 fouls for both teams.
To Taddy. Over to Reichert. McCormick with the ball. Johnson makes a move. Back out to Taddy.
And he misses. Rebound by Riley. Yeah. Riley takes the other way. Ryan O'Hara checks back into the game. Riley drives, being guarded by Johnson. Here. Pass out to Keita. Graham Cracker's in the corner. Keita misses. Rebound by O'Hara.
Way to crash the boards.
Who's been turning junk into gold. Garbage into gold. Keita. Now with the ball going up against Johnson. Cade is quick. So is Johnson.
Wow, this is an atmosphere here tonight.
It is. It is absolutely fun to watch. Pass underneath to O'Hara. Ryan O'Hara.
Wow. What a pass and what a move.
Firebirds were down 7 to start. Well, not to start, but towards the end of the first quarter, they had the lead.
Up 4. Here we go.
49 seconds left. Keita, Schmidt, O'Hara, Graham, and Riley.
And for Pennsbury, it looks like you got McCormick, McNeely, Taddy, Johnson, and Reichert.
Johnson will hold probably for the last shot. It is a pretty fun atmosphere in here with 160 people joining us from home. We have 9 likes. Make sure to like and subscribe to the stream. Holy Ghost
this already has to be one of the best games for Aiden Graham so far.
The last game against Penridge was fun, but it ended in heartbreak. What
Whoa, controversy here.
Thought it was either a walk. I think that might have been a walk.
4 seconds
McNeely.
left.
And what a throw. McNeely
Wow,
chucks it into the crowd, and he was under pressure there.
Yeah.
The fans got in his head.
The Benzilla Breezy's got in his head.
And Pennsbury, honestly, seems like they are in shock with how loud the atmosphere is in here. Just looking at some of their reactions on the bench and even just by the firing up of the coach, Pennsbury, even though they have a 6-9 record, they've been playing better basketball as of recently. This arena is on fire pretty much right now with the amount of electricity going on. Ryan O'Hara chucks the ball deep, and it's picked off.
Oh, Sheed from 3. Oh, no, that's
the
a long
clock
two.
stopped. Or not the clock stopped, but the clock ran out of time.
The clock never ran.
Yeah, the
Not
clock
sure what's
never
gonna happen
started,
here.
but they blew the whistle as if it ran out of time.
What
Yeah, it
looks
did.
like
They're just going to say it ended.
Yeah, they're going to say end of the half. Take it to the locker room.
So Tommy and Mr. Garrison, our wonderful president, are going to have a halftime interview. Stay right with us. We will be back in a few minutes as Mr. Garrison and Tommy Palermo have an interview coming for you. Firebirds lead with an electric half, 29-25. Let's go Firebirds.
Welcome back, everyone. We are joined here live with Mr. Garrison, president of Holy Ghost, here to talk a little bit about Mr. Chapman's legacy at the school. My first question is, what is it like to have a figure like Mr. Chapman on the Holy Ghost Prep campus and in the staff?
Well, it's invaluable to have somebody like Mr. Chapman. Not only is it because of his tremendous longevity, but his commitment to the school and to the students and to his athletes. He's not just a coach. He's a mentor. He's an educator. He knows and understands the Holy Ghost Prep student and really helps build that sense of brotherhood through his coaching and teaching and his mentorship.
Awesome input there. What is one way Holy Ghost Prep has been finding a way throughout this trying times of COVID?
Well, finding a way is an approach, and we think that's critically important. And whether it's been situations where we found ways to get some of our students to basketball games, where we found ways to make modifications in the classrooms so we can be full and in person, unlike so many other schools. We find ways to engage our students indoors, outdoors, in original settings, and in unique situations so that we can host a senior prom and that we can put ourselves in a position where the guys can be together and enjoy as best as possible the brotherhood that's Holy Ghost Prep.
Okay, awesome. And my last question here is the staff thinking at all about the possibility of Chapman's 900th win?
Oh, I think it's a lot of conversation about it. I mean, we're excited about it. We're hoping that it happens tonight. The team is playing wonderfully, and I think it certainly could happen tonight. I also know, though, that in any given game, there's always those opportunities. And so if it doesn't happen tonight, it'll happen another night. And knowing the kind of coach that Tony is and the kind of teams that he provides in over 40 years of basketball at Holy Ghost, you know that they're going to be in a game, they're going to do their best, and, if possible, deliver the win.
Thank you so much. Great input there from President Mr. Garrison. We're going to be going back.
We're going to stay with us, Tommy.
Oh, we're going to stay with us because the second half is about to start.
I believe we're going to stay with us. Yes, thank you, Mr. Garrison. Phenomenal interview. And thank you so much. All right, Tommy's giving me back the mic. Tommy will be up here in just a few moments. We'll wait on James, too, to get back. As we're waiting for James to still come back here, and it looks like we're going to stay with us. Let me just make sure we're gonna stay on us. Yes, I think we are. Are we? Let's find out. Give me 1 second, everybody at home. Okay, we had some technical difficulties. Let me make sure. Hold on 1 second. All right, so we are back. Tommy, is your mic on? Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, well, now it is. Yeah, I think it turned off because you were doing the interview. A little technical difficulties. We are back. 160 people watching us.
Can I turn these off?
No. No. If you want to, well, not if you want to, but everyone at home, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your dogs, tell your brothers, tell your sisters, tell your daughters, tell your sons, tell your wall, tell your pet fish, tell anyone you can, because we are in the midst of a fantastic game, 29-25. Firebirds lead the Pennsbury Falcons. Coach Tony Chapman has 899 wins. Go, Tommy.
Yeah, we have over 160 people watching that.
16 likes, too. I think it's either at the record or it's somewhere near the record.
I think that might be the record.
I think the Penridge game was close. Go ahead, James.
Yes, I think I could be wrong, but I think that's the record for views. I could be wrong.
All right, so let's get into some halftime stuff. 60 seconds left here. I want to talk about some stats here. Aiden Graham, the Graham Crackers, we just gave him that name. We'll see if he likes it. Aiden Graham leads the Firebirds with 9 points. The Falcons, their leading scorer is Evan Reichard, who has 8 for them. Or sorry, my bad. It's Kenan Teddy who has 8. My bad. The second scorer for the Firebirds is Tyler Schmidt. He has 8. The Firebirds also doubled the Falcons' points in the second quarter. The Firebirds scored 18. The Falcons scored 9 in that second quarter. As we begin the second half, the Falcons are ready, and Coach Tony Chapman gives his team a halftime speech just about the end of it. And Coach Tony Chapman, his sign in the Raptors right above us, number 20 with 899 wins heading into this game. We'll see what happens as we finish out this one. Firebirds are 11-6. They are 9-1 at home.
Yeah, I have a special request from Ben Salem Brazy to shout out
his dad.
Scott Medro, father of Brian Medro, class of 21, senior. He just wanted a shout out for his dad.
That was pretty good. All right, well, Scott, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody watching at home. It's Ghost Nash out there, as Tommy likes to say.
Yeah.
Jack McDermott gets the ball for the Firebirds. Good step by McDermott. McDermott gives the ball off to Riley. Riley drives, but is forced to go back. Riley now drives again. Passes it back up to Cada. Cada for three. Chris Cada misses.
Oh, great rebound by O'Hara.
O'Hara's been playing phenomenal here in this first half underneath to Jack McDermott. The dual sport athlete, baseball and basketball, Jack McDermott, scores the 2. Firebird lead is up to 6. Ball is in the hands of Amir Johnson, who gives the ball off to Evan McNeely. Steal by Shane Riley. Riley goes the other way. Is Cada and has O'Hara underneath. Cada drives. Tipped back out to Dylan Sheed Jr. Sheed, Riley trying to get in position. Cada just took her 3 a couple seconds ago. Missed, but Cada drives towards the basket, misses the 2. Rebound again by Ryan O'Hara. And it will be a jump ball.
Goes with Pennsbury, though.
Goes to Pennsbury. Pennsbury will keep anyway. They were arguing because I thought it stayed with O'Hara and the Firebirds, but it will go the other way, as you said, Tommy. Firebirds have 8 seniors. The Falcons have 4, but they've been playing really good basketball as of recently.
Amir Johnson taking up the ball here. To McNeely. Cato with the jump ball. Back to Holy Ghost Prep. The ball will go.
Chris Cato
wins. Hustle play by Cato there.
Yeah, wins the jump ball.
That's about as good as a steal.
And making up a little bit for the last 2 missed shots does Chris Cato. Good effort by him. Always plays with a lot of energy.
He scores 31-25 Firebirds. O'Hara to McDermott. McDermott taking up the ball here, guarded by Amir. Great crossover by McDermott, leaving Amir running. McDermott drives, Sheed, jumper.
Sheed misses the 2, and now the other way, McNeely gives the ball off to McCormick, who shoots and make the 2. First bucket of the half for the Falcons.
Sheed. McCormick now is 7.
Riley has the ball for the Firebirds. Down to a 3-point lead. Riley drives, gives the ball off to Dylan Sheet. 2 juniors working together. Back out to Jack McDermott. Drives underneath the basket to the paint. Back out to Cada. Fake the 3. Cada steps, gives it off to McDermott, who misses. Rebound by Dylan Sheed. Once again, turns garbage into gold. Checking in for Pennsbury in a second. Looks like it might be Kokak. He hasn't checked in yet. Amir Johnson calling the play.
There is one notable player missing from Ghost lineup. missing from the floor right now from Holy Ghost. The Graham cracker
that
himself,
is true.
Aiden Graham is
leading with 9 points is Aiden Graham. In this game, out of the 33, Johnson drives, being guarded by Cada for 3. McNeely. And McNeely puts a sword a little bit in the Firebirds' lead, down to a 3-point lead. Cada now goes to work. Cada lost it shortly. It's rebounded, or picked up by Cada, I should say. O'Hara is able to get the ball back to McDermott. McDermott going up against Johnson. McDermott now going up against Rickard, who passes it underneath to Dylan Sheed. And Dylan Sheed, he was on fire against Quakertown. He's on fire right now. Gives the Firebirds 2.
Dylan Sheed now is 8. Amir Johnson takes up the ball. Johnson taking a little slower here. Johnson gives it to McNeely. McCormick. McCormick back to McNeely. McNeely from 3. No good. Ryan O'Hara with the rebound. Ryan O'Hara takes up the ball here. Big man. Ryan O'Hara taking up the ball to Sheed. No good by Sheed. And foul on O'Hara. Looks like it's going to be going Pennsbury ball.
Tyler Schmidt is waiting to check in for the Firebirds. We'll see who he checks out for. Cada has been out on the floor for a while. And Chris Cada will indeed check out. Tyler Schmidt checks in for the Firebirds. Out there along with Schmidt for the Firebirds is Riley, McDermott, O'Hara, and Sheed.
170 of you out there. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We now have
20 likes.
Viewers, wow.
Coach Chapman, 899 wins. O'Hara has the ball, guarding McNeely. McNeely works around him, shoots the mid-range, and misses it. Rebound by Ryan O'Hara. How many rebounds does Ryan O'Hara have?
I think that's like his 4th rebound just in this quarter.
She drives and
foul on Pennsbury. Ghost's going to keep the ball. It's going to be on the floor, though.
The foul might have been on Kokak.
Pennsbury coach has a few words about that one.
Yeah, they've been fired up a lot. Bill Coleman is the head coach for Pennsbury. Underneath to Dylan Sheed. Sheed and
one by Sheed.
Dylan Sheed.
He has 10. Depending on the free throw, he'll have 11.
Sheed has, as you were there, has 10 points.
37-30. Firebirds have built up a 7-point lead.
Dylan Sheed here takes free throw. Dylan Sheed, no good.
Misses, almost rebounded by Ryan O'Hara. That would have been a nice one.
Ryan O'Hara has been a monster on the boards here so far.
Yeah, absolutely, Tommy. Johnson gives the ball off to Rykern. Rykern gives the ball off to Kokak, who drives.
Rykern drives. Back to Amir Johnson. Amir Johnson making a move.
Stayed in bounds, too.
Kokak from 3. Drains the 3.
Hi, Kokak. So may begin to become like a Colin Post, Luke Yoder situation against Penridge because Pennsbury heating up from 3. Schmidt has the ball, gives the ball off to McDermott, being guarded by McNeely. Good drive by McDermott. O'Hara comes up with the board but misses. And now McNeely takes it the other way. They're on a little bit of a run. McNeely over to McCormick, who misses. Rebound picked up by Ty Kokak, who all of a sudden has Pennsbury on his back as Pennsbury trails by 4. Johnson holds the ball with confidence as the ball hits 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Both teams, both coaches are in it right now. Ball is in the hands of Kokak. Now, never mind. It's back being passed, well, once again to Kokak, who's being guarded by Schmidt, McDermott, Riley, Sheed, and O'Hara are also out there. Kokak going up against Schmidt. Schmidt being heavily guarded, tipped it. He was able to get back to McNeely. McNeely is able to get the ball once back in the hands of Kokak, having a little bit of a catch. Sheed underneath to Kokak, being guarded by McDermott. Rebound by O'Hara.
O'Hara takes the ball up. Big pass to Sheed. Sheed drives. Sheed almost looked like he wanted to dunk there, but misses the
Dylan kind of did it, but made it last time against Quakertown. Good try. Pens.
87 out there.
Yeah.
Wow, almost 200. If we get at the 200 mark, that would be
back
awesome.
out for 3. That's McCormick. And it misses, thankfully. And the ball was picked up by Schmidt. McDermott with a lot of speed to O'Hara, who's been amazing this game. To Dylan Sheed and
Dylan
one.
Sheed and 1.
That's the second
he
time.
He wanted to dunk, but he didn't get it. But he got the N1. That's better.
That's the second time in these last 2 minutes that Dylan Sheed has gotten an N1 at the line. He missed the first time he went for the N1. Liam Huey, Sr., will look to check into the game here.
It's going to be 12 points for Dylan Sheed.
And timeout will be called by the ref, it looked like here. The ref is pointing to himself. Oh, no, Pennsbury called timeout. Huey will look to check in here soon. He's off the bench. 39-33. It is an interesting game, to say the least. Firebirds were down in this game at one point by 7. They now lead by 6 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Again, Coach Tony Chapman at 899 wins heading into this game.
Let me just ask the Ben Sale Brazies. Let me hear you. Some. Oh my. Some noise by the Ben Sale Brazies there.
Something happened with the mic there. All right, hold on one second.
Is that a commercial?
Yes. Hold on. Something happened. Hold on one second, everybody at home. The free throw. And now Kokak has it the other way. The Firebird has rejoined us.
Yeah, Kokak, McNeely on the wing. McNeely drives. Back out to Kokak. Kokak along the baseline.
Sheed playing good defense.
Back out to Amir Johnson. Amir Johnson looks for Kokak. Kokak drives. Kokak. Yeah, looking for the foul. Not called. Dylan Sheed takes it back. We just broke 200 and back at a 199. Dylan Sheed, Tyler Schmidt makes a move back out to O'Hara. McDermott, nice move.
Good move
to
for 3.
Schmidt
Schmidt misses
good.
the 3. Rebound picked up by Reichert, who takes it the other way, gives it off to Johnson. Johnson rushes down the court here, being guarded by Schmidt, tries to get a move, doesn't get it off successfully. Kokak has the ball, being guarded by McDermott. Back up to McNeely. McNeely is now giving it back to McCormick. Now back to Johnson, tipped by O'Hara. O'Hara now has it going the other way, gives it off to McDermott, who now slows down the pace. No rush here for the Firebirds. Good step. Riley was going to take the 3, goes towards the paint and makes it, but it was a travel.
They're going to call it a walk on Riley.
That will not count. The Flyers and the Penguins getting started from P&G Paints Arena in Pittsburgh with 2,800 fans.
We should do a full sports update here. Never mind, my phone won't work.
Sixers, are they in action tonight? I don't think so. They might be, though. I didn't check, believe it or not. There's a 3, or not a 3. McCormick was from 3, shoots, and makes the layup for the 2. Liam Huey does, in fact, check back in. Less than 60 seconds.
9. Liam Huey to Jack McDermott. Jack McDermott takes with the ball. Jack McDermott drives to O'Hara.
Hold the
O'Hara
ball
to
here.
Schmidt.
I would hold the ball.
Schmidt to Riley. Riley looking to make something happen here. Riley to Schmidt. Foul on McNeely.
Firebirds will keep it as they lead by 4. Second foul on McNeely, 4th overall for the Falcons. Of course, Pennsbury, a pretty close rival with Holy Ghost. They have some history.
Yeah, I
even,
went to Pennsbury.
Even going back to the 70s. Pennsbury.
Huey to O'Hara. O'Hara, layup. No good.
Misses. Huey was hard trying to get the rebound. Good effort by Huey, but couldn't come up with it. Now Johnson has the ball for Pennsbury. He will look to take the last shot for his team at least.
Yep.
39-35. Clock strikes 20 seconds.
It's 35, 39, you said?
Yep. Johnson has the ball. Clock now at 10 seconds. Huey, Schmidt, Riley.
Some noise from the
Graham Cracker's also out there. And Ryan O'Hara. Johnson gives the ball off to Kokak and Ty Kokak. And all of a sudden, Pennsbury goes on a run to end that quarter, and it's a 1-point game. And as I said in the JV game, we're in for a landing because it's going to get rough from here. Close game once again. Reminds me of the Penn Ridge game in terms of the back and forth.
Yeah, real
Hopefully
quick.
the result is not the same, though.
Should I get some input from the Brazies?
I think the Brazies are on their phones right now.
I feel like the Brazies can give us some great input.
All right. Max doesn't want.
We're joined here by Max Rittenmeyer. Max Rittenmeyer, any thoughts on tonight's game?
It's been pretty electric, great atmosphere, and
Tom's
great
trying to
see
get
all the
something
guys
out
out
of
here.
them over there. Just it's not
great thoughts.
Yeah. Wait for a Graham Cracker 3, then you'll hear. I don't know if Aiden's gonna like that name though. You think?
I think I'll like it.
(39-38) as we begin the fourth quarter, which has chance to be a pretty interesting one, depending on what happens in this fourth quarter. Out on the floor is Liam Huey, Dylan Sheed, Aiden Graham, as Tommy said, Tyler Schmidt, and Jack McDermott.
On the floor for Pennsbury is going to be Tyler Kokak, Amir Johnson, Aiden McCormick, Evan Reichert, and Evan McNeely.
Before we get into the action, I want to give a shout out, of course, to Andrew, who is with us. He went to hockey, had to leave. Mr. Burke is taking over for filming the camera work. Also, Mr. McDermott, who does a great job. Seamus, his dad, was on the JV team. It was tipped out, and it will stay. Or sorry, it will
stay with Pennsbury.
You stay with Pennsbury, yes.
Keaton Taddy checks in for Reichert.
So the Firebirds are going to need to clean up a little bit. What they've kind of had a tendency of doing is some sloppy turnovers, especially in the grit of the game sometimes when the game is close. We saw it against Quakertown. And we saw it a little bit at the end of the third here. Some walks, some travels, a little bit messy. Johnson tries to give Pennsbury the lead. He was kind of pushed as he went out of bounds, not a foul. Now it's back up being guarded. There is Kokak, who gives the ball back to McCormick, who's being guarded by Sheed. 7 minutes and 24 seconds left. McNeely drives, and he is fouled. It was a floor foul. And Pennsbury. Go, Tommy.
Inbounding the ball is Amir Johnson.
Again, Pennsbury 6-9, but they're playing really good basketball right now.
Looks to McCormick under the basket.
And Pennsbury has a lead. Pennsbury has their first lead since halftime? Before the half?
Yeah.
Before the half.
McCormick now has 11 points.
Graham Cracker is out there.
Looks like, a timeout called by Mr. Chapman. Great call there.
Yeah, so, we've talked about it, kind of over and over again, as I talked about a little bit ago. What got the Firebirds back in this game, once trailing by 7 or 8 in the beginning, and what got the Firebirds back in the game against Penridge was going to the basket, getting some N1s, and then occasionally shooting a good three. And we've kind of seen them go away from that here late in the third and early on in the fourth. It's been a lot of either bad contested shots or just haven't been getting to the rim. And this team, they work the best when getting to the paint. I mean, it's kind of obvious. And, Jack, Liam, Dylan, Ryan. I mean, Ryan has been fantastic with the rebounding, especially today.
Yeah.
McDermott inbounds to Aiden Graham, and we're going to need some more Graham Cracker threes in this one. Graham gives the ball off to Schmidt. Holy Ghost does only trail by 1 here. Liam Huey, but misses. Huey, once the foul, didn't get it. Johnson takes it the other way for Pennsbury. The Falcons are in control for a 3, and that's McNeely. And you can't let Evan McNeely get a wide-open 3. Firebirds trail by 4, and Coach Chapman calls a timeout again. The first timeout didn't work. Maybe this one will work. And apparently it is a full timeout. So Coach Chapman wants every single chance that he has to instill into this team to play much better basketball, because they were playing really good basketball at the end of the first half and at the very beginning of the second half. But now we've gotten back to that sloppy, if you will, play. And with 210 people watching, which is a new record, and 30 likes. 1 dislike, unfortunately. There is no live chat tonight. We are at 537 subscribers. Firebirds trail by 4, 43-39. Now, again, they send out McDermott, Riley, good three-point shooter, Sheed, Schmidt, and O'Hara out here to start. I would expect that at some point you may see Chris Cada get back into the game. And, of course, Aiden Graham. And Ryan Coolahan has not checked in too much here. Mel Lindsay has also not checked in. Is Mel on the bench? Okay, I didn't exactly look over there. McDermott looks for a good pass. Pennsbury is playing really good defense right now. And McDermott gives the ball off. McDermott has the ball. Gets it back to Riley. Firebirds are going to need to figure out this set here, what they're running in defense, because it's working. Sheed fakes a 3. Back to McDermott. Firebirds need a momentum boost, and Ryan O'Hara will get that done.
McDermott, an even better finish by O'Hara.
When the Firebirds have called Ryan O'Hara's name tonight, he has answered the phone call. Now driving is McNeely. You need to stop. That went out of bounds on Pennsbury, and I think that was on Pennsbury, but it will stay with Ghost.
Fans don't like that one.
The fans not happy with that call. Yeah. Inbound to McNeely. That could have really helped the Firebirds get momentum, but they need a stop. And they need it pretty big here. Johnson goes to work. Johnson drives. It's a miss. O'Hara with the rebound. O'Hara gives it off to McDermott. Firebirds trying to tie this game up. It's Shane Riley. Good step, but it was missed. Kind of a Euro step by Riley, but missed.
2 dislikes.
Firebirds still trail by 2. Pennsbury has played very good defense. You have to give credit to where credit is due. And they've played good defense in the second half, and they've also shot the ball much better. McNeely and Kokak has been the leaders somewhat of this Pennsbury team. Ball is in the hands of Johnson, who tips it. McDermott goes the other way. As you said, good steal, Tommy. McDermott loses the ball.
Checking in is
Coach Chapman not happy with that. Losing the ball did McDermott. We want to thank both sides for watching us today. This has been a really good game. The JV game was great, and the varsity game so far has been a really entertaining one to watch. Both sides, we thank you for joining us today. Let's see if the Firebirds at 11-6 can get their 12th win on the season and improve to 10-1 at home. Ball is in the hands of McCormick. Gives the ball off to Kokak, McNeely, O'Hara, Riley, McDermott, Schmidt, and Sheed are all in the game. Back out to McNeely. McNeely wasting some time off the clock here as he gives it back to Riker. That's a 3, and it's strained.
That's going to be McNeely from 3.
McNeely has hurt this Firebirds cause. McDermott drives. Sheed gives it back out to McDermott. This is going to be an interesting one. O'Hara and throws it away.
McNeely takes it the other way.
McNeely.
To Kokak. Foul by McDermott.
Firebirds had some momentum there coming out of that full timeout and then lost it. It's a 5-point lead for Pennsbury. Still plenty of time left to try to get the Firebirds to their 12th win overall in the season. He makes the first one. 6-point lead for Pennsbury. The Firebirds have been here before, though. They've been down. Their backs have been against the wall before. And their backs are starting to get there again with 4 minutes left here. And it's made by Kokak. Last game, it was Yoder and Post. This game, it's 13-15, McNeely and Kokak. McDermott tries to get something going for the Firebirds. I mean, you have to give credit. This Pennsbury defense is really good right now. Riley drives and travels.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
So they put in Chris Cada to try to get some type of spunk. I mean, you're only down right now by 7. A turnover and a good shot, maybe a 3. Down by 6, sorry. A turnover and a 3 would, yeah, it is 7, would really help them out here. McDermott trying to get a steal, he doesn't, and smartly, McNeely will hold the ball. McNeely gives it off to McCormick. You're going to need a stop here. McNeely now gives it back off again. This is a passing game right now for Pennsbury, playing it very smart. This has been a great game, really, for both sides. Pennsbury, though, has inched back into it. And really, they are just playing the passing game as the clock is about to hit 3 minutes. It's tipped by O'Hara, and there we go. There's the steal. Play it smart as McDermott gives it to Schmidt. Schmidt drives and loses it. This is an easy bucket, and it's made. Aiden McCormick scores. Cada is in the game.
Timeout by Pennsbury.
Timeout by Holy Ghost.
Graham Theft Auto has yet to check in the fourth quarter, I believe.
So this timeout is an interesting one because the Firebirds are, I said it earlier, but they really are. You're climbing a steep mountain. Yeah. 2 minutes and 46 seconds left on the clock. Down by 9. It is 3 threes.
It's going to be hard to come back for Ghost. But I know one man on the Ghost bench who can do it right now.
Aiden Graham.
Graham Theft Auto,
And-
Aiden Graham.
And something that's been so different is that, this crowd was in it, and that's something that's crowd. I mean, that's how the game goes. And Pennsbury has sucked it out of the crowd.
Yeah.
And with making, phenomenal shots. And it is an uphill battle. Here is Holy Ghost trails by 9. I would expect for maybe they put in Huey here and
Looks like
O'Hara.
it's gonna be Schmidt, Kada, McDermott,
The next game,
Sheed, and O'Hara.
The next game for the Firebirds will be on Thursday against Doc Mennonites.
And that's at home too, right?
That is at home.
Doc Mennonite, great basketball program historically,
and
has had a lot of close games with Holy Ghost.
And as we said, Pennsbury is 6-9. If you go on Max Prep, that's the record. But they have played so good basketball recently that they're not a 6-9 team. I mean, they must have had a bad start. Maybe COVID played a role in that, but they're on a roll, and this defense has been fantastic. Kada misses the two.
Chris Kada.
Taken the other way is McNeely. McNeely is in no particular hurry. O'Hara heavily guards McNeely.
Foul by Kada.
And Kada fouls.
Looks like that might have been on purpose.
I mean, and going to keep on saying it because it is a valid point. Whatever Coach Bill Coleman got into his team when Jack McDermott turned over the ball and kind of lost out of bounds, he was getting heavily pressured. Whatever was said in that timeout was absolutely astonishing because it has given this Pennsbury team amazing life.
Yeah.
Not good for the Firebirds, trying to be tipped, and they're just playing catch with it at this point. The Firebirds are exerting themselves to the fullest max with full effort, and they eventually have to foul Amir Johnson.
The Graham Cracker is going to check in here. Aiden Graham.
You're going to need a stop.
For Huey.
You're going to need a stop, obviously. And you're going to need a couple fast break threes.
Couple threes, yeah.
You're going to need it. Or a steal. A steal, it was tipped, and they couldn't get it. The Firebirds had 3 people. And Keenan Teddy has seemed to, and there,
no shot. Foul on the floor.
Foul is on the floor.
Looks like it's going to be a really
Pennsbury
steep
fouls.
hill for Ghosts if they want to come back now. 52-41.
And I mean, it really it has been a good game. When it comes down to it, the mistakes that have been made in this game have been turnovers, and that was the same thing at Quakertown. It was turnovers. It's not that the Firebirds are they're not playing good I mean, I guess it's part of it, of course, but the turnovers have been the problem. And the ball was lost there, picked up by Pennsbury.
There's another turnover.
And Pennsbury will look like try to just put the cherry on top of the sundae here and call it a day. O'Hara fouls. And, that Quakertown game and even the game against Penridge, Holy Ghost has tremendous life when they get into it, and you hear this building shaking. But it comes to a certain extent where one bad play, similar to what we saw in this, turned it around. Kada tried to get the steal and just couldn't get it. The Firebirds have put a maximum effort to themselves, but they have decided to foul.
Yeah, it's looking not great for the Firebirds right now.
And I'm sure Coach go, James.
Well, Firebirds need to bring the intensity that they had in the beginning of the game to the next game. Hopefully, the game's not over yet, folks.
And I'm sure that Coach Chapman, will tell his team this, but don't let this loss decide, the rest of the season. It's really been a good season. I know that 11-6 right now, and we'll see what happens after this game. But trending towards 11-7, unfortunately. But it is all right. Maybe I'll shut up. McDermott has the ball, climbing a steep mountain. Kada makes the 2. So now it's still a steep hill.
Yeah.
But Chris Gade helped.
3 3-point shots. You're right back in it,
Here-
and Okay, here's the scenario.
Yeah, go.
Here's some possible scenarios.
All right, here we go. We need it. We need the positive energy.
Ghost, the graham cracker.
Okay.
Gets a steal right
Okay.
away. Gets it Aiden Graham. 3, he gets fouled. That's 4 points. Now we just need 5 more.
So, I mean, the thing is here is I don't think the 3 is necessarily what is going to get the Firebirds as 9 points. A 3 or 2 may do it, but it's going to have to be to make the layups when they're underneath the basket. I mean, there's been some easy layups that have just went over the basket. And it's not, that they've been bad shots or bad looks. It's just the layups haven't gone in. That rim, which was great for the Firebirds the other night, that rim near the door is not helping the Firebirds here in this second half. Firebirds outscored Penridge in the first half, and especially Pennsbury in the first half, and especially in that second quarter. But ever since, really, I think where the turn of events happened for the Firebirds was at the beginning of the fourth, where it began to be some turnovers. Amir Johnson, an amazing free throw shooter, will go to the line to shoot 2. But, like I said, 9-1 at home, trending towards 9-2, but the Firebirds are not out of this game. Amir makes the first one to make it a 10-point lead for Pennsbury. McCormick, probably for better defense, will check in here for Reichard. Again, the next game will be against Doc Mennonite. Amir makes the second one. Chris Cada plays with speed and drives towards the basket. There's a 3, Graham cracker, and he makes it.
I told you.
Aiden Graham has
Grand Theft Auto!
single-handedly without Aiden Graham, would the Firebirds even really be without Aiden Graham and Ryan O'Hara? Would they be in this game? I don't think so.
I think everyone played a role, but Aiden Graham.
Oh yeah, everybody's played a role.
Aiden Graham has been draining threes all night.
Sheed, yep. O'Hara,
We
Sheed.
got the Firebird here behind us. Any input from the Firebird?
I think what we need is I think we need this crowd to get something together, because it worked for Quakertown in that last game. They rattled a little bit, and it worked. Our stands, though, are pretty quiet, even after that Graham Cracker slam.
I mean, let's not forget
3,
the score is 46-50.
Yeah, okay.
We're still down by
That is understandable. And you're eventually going to have to stop playing the seesaw foul game and get a turnover, because exchanging a 2 and a 2 or a 3 and a 2, even if you're making the 3, will not win the Firebirds this game, especially with 76 seconds left on the clock. The next game will be Thursday, March 4th, right here at the Chapman Arena here in the Firebirds Fieldhouse against Doc Mennonite Academy. That game will begin at 6:30, a little bit later start than the game tonight. Ball is in the hands of Kokak, who throws it all the way down, and he makes the 2. 10-point lead.
Put it away for Ghost there.
Riley will run down. They're going to need a bunch of threes. It's going to need to be 3 galore or going to the rim. He's fouled.
Okay. Clock stops. You're right. And he gets 2 shots.
So obviously, it's not over. It's not over. It's not over until that clock hits 0. But it is a steep hill. It's kind of like, when you're at the Phillies game and Hector Neris comes in to pitch the bottom of the 9th or top of the 9th, and it's against Atlanta for those Phillies fans who do, and you just know when that cleanup or that order, that 2-3-4 for the Braves come up against Hector Neris in the 9th, you have that feeling that you hope it's going to be good, and it's tough. Ryan O'Hara will check in for Shane Riley.
So, a couple Ghost players have not gone in tonight, Mel Lindsay being one of them. Shot goes in by McDermott. Oh! Chris Cada goes for the steal there, but it stays with Pennsbury.
I mean, one thing you have to say, you have to give credit, of course, to Coach Chapman. And you also have to give credit to the players because, yes, it hasn't been pretty tonight, but the one thing it has been that you have to say is they played with a lot of effort. They put their heart on the line, and maybe that's, I mean, they always do, but maybe especially that's for Coach Chapman with 899 wins. And, you know, they always play with a lot of heart and hustle, but tonight you've seen a lot of, I mean, just full effort no matter where the Firebirds have been, you know, in this game, up, down, you know what I mean? But it's been a good battle for the Firebirds here. And I think that they are learning. I think that the Firebirds, I think that really overall the team, as they head into Doc Mennonite, and then I believe there's one more game at the end of the regular season, you're going to learn something out of this. And it has to be to limit the turnovers.
Yeah.
It's not working, and I know that that's obvious, but the turnovers have been the biggest problem. Graham.
Oh, my.
Aiden Graham.
He's got to be like 5 for 6 from 3. Yeah.
They will need to foul.
Has he missed a 3?
And they do. All right, let's not jinx anything.
The Graham cracker. Graham.
So it is a 7-point game, correct? 7 points? Is that it?
7 points.
But Amir Johnson will go to the line for 2. Give credit to Pennsbury, too. They have played a fantastic game, especially in the second half, especially in this fourth quarter. Johnson makes the first. We thought it might have bounced, but it didn't. It's an 8-point game. Firebirds have been trying to itch this game back into at least a manageable score, and you're really going to need this shot to be missed. I think 9 may do the dagger, and it does miss, but the clock runs. Kada has to
Aiden Graham.
Kada gives it to Sheed.
You know he can do it, Graham. Oh, I mean, if he would have made that shot.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Aiden Graham has played fantastic tonight, but there's sometimes when you're just due, and it was due for a miss, and unfortunately for the Firebirds, that should do it. Coach Chapman at 899 wins heading into this game. But don't lose faith, Ghost Nation. Don't lose faith, Ghost Nation. It has been a good season, and we hope to it will continue, obviously. And we hope to continue with some wins. Coming up, McDermott drives, but is blocked by McNeely. Johnson takes it the other way. They won't take the 3. They'll hold the ball to ice the clock. Johnson being guarded by Dylan Sheed. And with 10 seconds left, the visiting Pennsbury Falcons will defeat the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. Final score is 51-61. 10-point win for the Firebirds. We'll stay with us, Tom. You have time for postgame? Yeah. We lost, but it's still postgame. We'll quickly wrap it up here. Lost 61-51. I think we said a lot of it. The turnovers have been a problem for Holy Ghost. Again, the game on Thursday will be against Doc Mennonite right here at 6:30. We hope you could join us. We had 230 people at the Max join us for this live stream with 34 likes. We appreciate all of you from both teams, Pennsbury and Holy Ghost. Pennsbury, they were aggressive and vocal, and they get the win today. Firebirds will learn from this, though. Back-to-back home losses, unfortunately, after starting 9-0 at home. They will fall to 9-2 at home, and they will fall overall to 11-7. That has been it for this game. Next game will be against Doc Mennonite Hockey on Friday against St. Joe's at Grundy. We appreciate everyone for tuning in. Have a great night, everyone. Stay safe. Any last words, Tommy and James? We're good? All right. Have a good night. Go Flyers. Go Flyers.